Good evening, humans. Tonight, I have a scary story. Here is the story. The man in the hotel closet. I used to think cheap motels were only dangerous in the ways you would expect. Bed bugs, dirty sheets, maybe the occasional drunk banking on the wrong door. I never imagined something would be waiting inside the closet. But I need to tell someone. I need a record. Because ever since that night, I haven't slept the same. I was driving across country for work and exhaustion forced me off the highway around 1:40 a.m. The only place around was a rundown motel with flickering neon lights and a parking lot that smelled like wet asphalt. The kind of place you choose because you're too tired to be picky. The lobby was empty except for a middle-aged woman behind the counter. She didn't ask many questions, just slid me the key and said, "Room 12, don't open the closet if you hear knocking." I stared at her, waiting for the joke, but she didn't even blink. I should have left right then. Room 12 was worse than I expected. The carpet was stained, the wallpaper bubbled, and the smell of mildew hung in the air. But the worst part was the closet. It sat across from the foot of the bed. A tall wooden door, slightly crooked. Something about it made my skin crawl. I tried to ignore it. I showered, turned on the TV for background noise, and tried to sleep. That's when I heard it. Tap, tap, tap. 3 sharp knocks from inside the closet. I froze. The sound was unmistakable. Someone was knocking from the other side of the door. I sat up in bed, heart hammering. Maybe it was the plumbing, the AC, a mouse. Then the knocking repeated. Tap, tap, tap. Perfectly timed, perfectly spaced, perfectly human. I reached for my phone, but I didn't call the front desk. I didn't want to hear that woman repeat her warning. I told myself it was just my imagination, exhaustion, stress, the weird vibe of the place. I waited a full 5 minutes before forcing myself to check. My hand shook as I reached for the closet knob. I opened it fast, like ripping off a bandage. The door creaked. Inside, nothing, just this empty closet with a rusty hanging rod and a single wire hanger. The smell of dust hit my nose, the light overhead flickering weakly. No one inside. I let out a shaky breath and closed the door. I left the TV on and eventually drifted into a thin and easy sleep. Then something woke me at 3:17 a.m. A creaking sound, a slow, dragging creak, like a door being pushed open. Millimeter by millimeter, I opened my eyes. The closet door was half open, and a man was standing inside it. Or something shaped like a man. His body was bent at an impossible angle, face hidden in darkness, only his outline moved. A long, narrow silhouette shifting unnaturally as it turned towards me. I tried to scream, but my voice stuck in my throat. The figure leaned forward, stepping 1 foot out the closet. The wood creaked beneath him. Then the TV shut off. The room went black, and he whispered, "Are you awake?" I bolted from the bed and slammed the bathroom door shut. My hands shook violently as I fumbled for the lock. I pressed my ear to the door. Silence. Then tap, tap, tap on the bathroom door now. Soft at first, then faster, then furious. I backed away as far as the tiny space allowed. The tapping stopped. Something slid across the floor outside, a long, deliberate dragging sound, like bare feet or fingers pulling along the carpet. I stayed in the bathroom until sunrise. When I finally stepped out, the closet door was shut again. I sprinted to the lobby. The same woman sat behind the counter, sipping coffee like nothing was wrong. I slammed the room key down. "What the hell was in that closet?" I demanded. She didn't look surprised, not even slightly. She sighed and said, "You saw him?" My blood ran cold. She continued, "Almost every guest in room 12 sees him. He died in that closet over 20 years ago. He gets confused at night and forgets he's not alive anymore. I stared at her, speechless. She shrugged, as if this was normal. He never hurts anyone, just curious. Curious? That thing wasn't curious. I left the motel without another word, got in my car and drove until my eyes blurred. That was 3 months ago. I told myself I'd forget eventually, but I haven't, because now, sometimes at night, when I'm lying in bed just before sleep, I hear it again. Tap, 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 coming from my bedroom closet. And once, God help me, I heard the door creak open just an inch, enough to let a whisper slip through. Are you awake? I moved apartments, it didn't follow me. Not physically, but its voice did. And every night at 3:17 a.m., my closet door shifts ever so slightly, like someone inside is remembering how to step out. Did you find that scary? If you did, like and subscribe. Have a scary night and spooky nightmares.